everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 38 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I think I've come up with a more efficient Inchworm drive than last episode's. I thought in the new version of Crate we'd have to use that new block that I was using, but I actually don't think so. After all, the sticker, I don't think we need that anymore. I found a way to do it without. You guys ready to check it out? I mean, it's already, you can kind of see it already, but it looks pretty good, I think. And it's actually... I'm actually a lot happier with this setup than with the previous one. I ended last episode not thrilled with how everything was looking. This one I'm a little bit happier about, right? So technically none of these cobblestone blocks are needed. They're just there as like placeholder. But check this out. Boom. And then boom. That's cool. So the sticky piston... will only be sticky when it's moving something, right? That was a concern, but I guess it's not... so the non-sticky, he doesn't stick to it because he's not moving right now, right? But now that he's moving... not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, once again, this guy has the speed on the top. This guy has the speed on the bottom, right? So that he's, you know, rotating one way and rotating the other. And that's kind of working really well. I have zero notes, zero complaints. Everything seems cool here. So I should easily be able to expand this, just, you know, more super glue, to have like a big platform back here that moves forward. And then the Inchworm drive will just, you know, it'll push the whole platform forward. And then we'll have to do a follow-up pulse to bring the Inchworming drive piece along with us every time we move. Cool. So let's move this right now into our, and we're going to see if this works, but you to you. Looks like it worked. We're going to go move it. If this works, I have no idea. You know, it's dire. It's one of his mods. It may not work. Who knows? Into this dimension, right? And then what we can do is in settings menu, let's clear that, but move it up a couple blocks. I want to have like a little bit of space up above to work within. So let's do that. And yeah, you can move in that direction. Does that sound cool? Sweet. And if everything is configured correctly here, like you're still, oh yeah, look at that. Go cut and paste gadget, go. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We need to re-glue things. Yes, don't forget you need to re-glue things. So, luckily that's a simple error to resolve. Bring that back, please. Thank you. And then you. And then just a reminder, so you want to glue from here to here. And then you want to glue from here all the way up to here. And that should do everything right now. So now you'll move that forward, and then you'll bring that along, and then you'll bring that forward, and you'll bring that along. Ha! Ha ha ha! That's cool. That's cool. I'm down with that. I think that's awesome, right? Now we can make as big of a moving contraption as we want, courtesy of super glue and other things. I'm 100% on board with that. Now, before we go too crazy with this, now might be a really good time to make my jetpacks, because I'm going to want to be like getting up and down and flying around. Like, flight will be very useful for what like, I have to build up here, and it will be far easier if I can fly. So now that we've got this super cool mechanic like working, and this is, I'm really happy with how compact this is. Like, realistically, I don't think you could get much more compact than this. You know, certainly not with just regular Create. Like, we definitely need to use Create, Crafts, and Additions for the electric motor and the solar panels. So those two mods really help make this as compact as it is. But I don't think you could do, you know, much more compact than this. I might be wrong. It's possible, possibly, but I don't know. But that is, I'm happy with. That is super cool. Now, so the next things we need to do is the following. I'd like to make it so that we can push button and move one forward rather than having to push two buttons. So that's definitely a thing we're going to have to figure out how to do. Because I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'd really like that to be cool, right? Because realistically what we need to do is we need to push a button, and then I want it to trigger this, and then a few ticks later, trigger this. Okay? Now, there's a couple ways we could do that. We could maybe do that with wireless redstone, and that might be a way we could go. Or we could do something with like one of the RF tools dudes here. We could have like a sequencer of some kind. Can the sequencer, I can only output in one face though. We could have a logic. I don't think that would do it. Timer, maybe we could do something with a timer. But redstone receiver and transmitter would probably make my life a little bit easier. There's repeaters, right? The pulse repeater from Create. How long of a delay can we have on you? Emit a short pulse after a delay. Time can be configured. Yes. So what if we just did a pulse repeater here? Do I not already have a pulse repeater? So we need brass sheets. I've got some brass, but I don't have any brass sheets. So we're gonna have to go make some. I need to get these kind of things auto-craftable so I can do this while I'm out and about in the world. Okay. So, repeater. Oh, good. I can go up to, like, minutes. So you can go up to an hour. That's cool. So, like, what if we wanted to go, like, 5 seconds? That would be neat. Right? And here's where we see why I want flight. I'm gonna do it this episode, you'll see. It's gonna happen. So what if I did this? Alright, you don't want to do that, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so we'll get rid of those things. Get rid of these. I'm gonna put you, and you. You and you. And let's have a pulse repeater. Can you not go on the wall? Don't tell me you can't. Oh, you can't go on the wall! Oh, you can't go on the wall! That's brutal. Pulse repeater can't face down. Okay, what if we did... Just to make this a little bit easier, I might want the redstone receivers. Right? So if we got 2 redstone receivers... and 2 redstone transmitters. Are we at a redstone again? Oh, we are brutal. Okay. How do we want to maybe do this? I was playing with bundled network cables. They pop off when the thing moves, so that's a no good. I definitely wanted you... I'm hoping that you actually... Let's see if you pop off or not. That will tell us if we want to use this or not, right? Yes, they don't have a channel associated with them yet. That's okay. The main trick here is, will you pop off? I'm going to need more redstone for sure. Let me go get more redstone. I'm in a mining dimension. I could probably just mine in said mining dimension for redstone. What's a good Y level for redstone ore? In World Gen, Atlantis, the Tropics, Overworld Mining Dim. Y level 3 or 4 seems to be like the good place to go. Real quick, get me some redstone, please. As a reminder, you can totally just, like, do this. Because infinite range wireless. Kind of the coolest. Shouldn't that be redstone here? That was some, right? Yes, it was. Oh my goodness, look how much copper we've gotten. Holy cow, that was copper. That might be redstone? Yeah, it is. Not quite as much redstone as I would have hoped. My goodness with the copper. Okay. It should be enough at least for the senders. Our transmitter. Transmitters is what we need. Redstone transmitter times 2. All right, let's see. How this works out, right? So I'm going to expand this platform a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to say you guys are all together, and then technically you're not needed. Your main goal is just to be able to be 1Y level higher, right? So then you up to here, okay? And then we could have our senders right-click with another transmitter receiver to pair. So you, channel 1, you are channel 2, okay? So 1 is the initial push, like, so we push it forward once on channel 1, and then channel 2 has to trigger a few seconds later to bring the thing along, right? Oh, you rain in this dimension? Oh, who said rain happened? Who said rain happened? I don't like that you rain here. Why does it rain in this dimension? We're going to see if Rain Shield wants to be dragged along. This is a bad idea. Breaking all the things. Okay. So what we would do, right, is rotate you. Okay. So you're going to be channel 2. So you're going to happen a few seconds after channel 1. Okay. And let's see if just like regular redstone, because we know cabling is not going to work super great. Eh? Oh, it's set to 2 ticks still. Hold on. We want that to be 2 seconds. What are you doing right now? I think we lost our rain shield. Alright, you just sit here for a minute there, buddy. You might need to be a little bit longer. 5 seconds? Why are you still on? Channel 2. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Alright, let's make you 2 seconds. Let's make you 5 seconds. How's that sound? We'll start with that. Right? So now pulse. And then, do you still remember that or no? You do. See how he's heating up? Oh, he just pulses. That's right. Oh, right. He doesn't stay on for 5. Yeah, I need him to stay on longer, don't I? So what you're going to need is a sequencer then, I think. Yeah, I think that might be one way to do it. Oh, you do the same thing with the hole you're glued, so I'm not going to let you do your thing. Okay, that's fine. Right, so then you will be a pulse repeater set to 5 seconds, and then you're going to be a sequencer so that when a redstone signal is received, loop the cycle once, restart if a new pulse arrives. That should be fine, right? And I want you on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's long enough. And your sequence length can be 16, right? So on for on for 8 ticks, off for 8 ticks, and we'll see if that's enough. Cool. That we'll find out right now. Okay. Let's re-glue everything so that we don't break stuff, right? So you guys glued to here. And then a few seconds later. Not long enough? So let's make it 2 ticks per thing. Close. Let's make it 3. 3 ticks per sequence. That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good. Now, if I make it 4, it'll give me a little bit more wiggle room. And you, I'm going to bring down to 3 seconds. That feels really good. That feels really good. What if I make you 2 seconds? Is that cool? That's a neat way to, that's working, right? So now that's 1 button press equals 1 inch forward. And that's your inchworm drive. 1 button press equals 1 inch forward. That's cool. Now if I made this a delay of 3, it would still work. I'm just worried it's a little bit tight. Let's see. Not bad. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then we'll see if we ever get stuck. If we ever, like, for whatever reason, something doesn't work right, then we can bump it up to 4. But that's cool, right? Isn't that cool? I like how cool that is. I'm liking this. All right. So that's your circuit for an inchworm drive. Cool. Other ways to do that? I promise there are. What are they? Promise I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a dozen ways to do what I just did. You know, I like the simplicity of that. Mostly because, like I said, the red wire mod, the more red mod, the wires seemed to pop off when they got moved. So they didn't appreciate being moved by create, which is not uncommon. Lots of mods don't like when that happens, right? So how's things going over here, by the way, Syngas World? Not bad. We have more Syngas than we had before. So that's super cool. All right, so let me come back in a second. I want to start getting jetpacks. You think I can get jetpacks? Do I have enough stuff for jetpacks? Well, we're going to find out. All right, so I think the pattern for these is you need 11 coils for each iteration, and you need 5 of these, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not off to a good start. Okay, and then you can get your wood capacitor, and then you can get your wooden thrusters. Just gonna get a stack of you, because I've got unlimited cobble, right? And then you can make your wooden jetpack, which is cool. Okay, cool. Now, is there a jetpack curio slot? I'm assuming yes. Oh, good. Excellent. Cool. So hover mode is H. That's cool to know. Now to test something really important, actually. Keybinds. Category jetpacks. Toggle engine is V by default. I want that to be F, because that's usually where I like that to be. And how much of a trouble will it be to conflict with building gadgets? That's an exceptional question. We're going to find out. I might toggle it to G. I always forget like where my muscle memory is, but I feel like G... Cool. All right, so the tier 1 jetpack obviously doesn't get you very far. And with hover mode on, you can only hover a little bit. But a quick question, really the reason I wanted to test this is like, what happens... Oh, cool. All right, so you do toggle the engine on and off when I open this up, but that's okay. As long as you guys don't like super... Like, it's doing what I would expect is both things are happening, which I'm probably okay with. Okay, cool. And then we want to upgrade this guy, right? So the next tier will be wood. So that's going to need another 11 of these. And we're out of iron. Did I get more iron when I was down mining? Oh, I didn't get much. I mined for redstone. Now I need to mine for iron. All right, let's get back to it. That should be cool. All right, and then stone capacitor needs, again, 5 of these. And then... 1 stone capacitor and 2 of these, right? So that's the pattern that we're going to go through, right? And then this guy can be a little bit faster. And all the stats, by the way, are on the tooltip. So I'm going to make the rest of these off camera now, and I'm going to get at least to diamond, maybe to emerald. We'll see. Now, diamond requires a lot of power to fully charge. And we do not have that kind of buffer going on, right? Like, that is just not a buffer that we have. We have a 4 million RF buffer. It can hold a lot more than that. So, we're gonna see what happens when we get to the higher tiers. So again, off camera, we're gonna craft higher tier versions of this. Be right back. All right, so I got up to the diamond jetpack, which looks pretty good. That has some nice movement to it. How am I for not falling? So if we check the stats on this bad boy, gold jetpack has a hover speed of 0.03, hover descend 0.25, diamond 0.005, 0.25, and hover speed of 0. So I think we are slowly descending here. So you'll notice that, like, I'm not touching the keyboard right now, I'm falling. And that's at diamond tier. If I want to get to emerald tier, I will not descend at all, in theory. How expensive will that be? That'll be a lot of emeralds. That'll be like a real lot of emeralds, like way more than I probably have easy access to. I'm going to go see if I can scrounge up a few emeralds from somewhere, like via trading or whatnot, and we'll be back. Well, I'm doing some trading.
Huh?
Well, come on, you've refreshed your trades. You don't want to let me do this no more? Boo. Bad farmer. Boo. Don't like you. Boo.
Huh?
All right, so after trading for some emeralds, we now should be cool. Sweet. And now this guy should no longer be any kind of a problem. Awesome. So see, now I'm not touching the keyboard and I'm not sinking. That's what we want. So hooray, jetpack achieved. That's what's all up. Oh yeah, I love this. Oh yeah, and you move really fast with it, which is great. I love that. Oh yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Sweet. So now you're ready to do all kinds of cool contraptions, right? Every time I push this button, he's going to move forward, and then he's going to grab the other guy and move him forward. That's really cool. Still very happy with that. All right, so next up I want to try out the rope pulley. So this guy can extend blocks down. Do we still have the crank? I think we have the crank. Where's the crank? There we go. I'll hand crank this for a moment, right? So let's pretend that we had this set up properly, okay? So this guy can extend blocks down. And if properly attached with drills, that's the wrong thing. Oop. There you go. And then super glued. Then the pulley should be able to move everything. Like so. And my understanding is it can go 256 blocks now. I think previous versions, it had a limit of 128, but I don't believe that to be the case anymore. I think it's 256 now as of .4, according to the wiki, which we'll find out if that's true. And if that's the case, that means that what we can do is attach a pulley block here, whose job will be to do what I just did. Now, in order for this to work, I'm probably going to want another motor. So why don't I go get another one of those and another solar panel. We might want a higher tier solar though. We might want a tier 5 solar. So I think I'm gonna add tier 5 solars to the autocraft system, which means all I need to do for that is learn how to make these guys. That should be fine, and then we should be cool for a tier 5 solar. I'll just stick that wherever. And now we have a tier 5 solar panel. We need more clay, slime, and stone. You don't know how to make stone? I guess I should teach you how to make stone, or I should auto-make stone. Is stone one of those things I can do with material generators? Yes. If you put stone under it, it'll make stone. I should probably do that. Do we have a stone guy here? We do. Are you void upgraded? Oh, you even are. Look at that. How nice. Yeah, so we could totally add that to this little setup here. I might want to do that at some point in the future. However, to get through this episode, what I'll do is just grab a few cobble and do that, and then we'll have some stone to hold us over until I'm ready. Now, slime balls is another story. We're definitely going to need more slime balls. Are slime saplings a thing in this pack yet? Not really. We could do a slime gate. That could be cool. So if I made one more slime ball, which just needs one lime dye, we can pull this off, right? And then we can do a slime gate. and then I can get myself a bunch of slimes. Yeah, I like that plan. Right? And then I'll have slime balls for days. In theory. At least for a short period of time. Sweet. Okay. Let me farm these up. Wow, I already have 49 slime balls. That's a lot of slime balls. I'll be back once I finish doing this, because that's hilarious. You know, this gives me an idea. Did I win or no? I'm not sure. Wave timer expired. I guess I didn't win. I mean, I won. This gives me an idea. I should do a mob farm in this style. I don't know if every mob in the game has a spawner like that, but that would be cool. Wouldn't it? That'd be kind of cool. What was I making? Oh, that's right, solars. And then, yeah. So never mind. So I just need some clay. So I'll be back. I'm gonna get clay, and then I'm gonna craft the motor that I'm gonna need and all that stuff. Cool. So I'll be right back. All right, we're cooking. Cooking grass. And then I want a capacitor. This one. Boy, oh boy. Why are you taking so long? Oh yeah, you're not actually working, are you? I guess you might be going too fast. So maybe there's a limit to how much we can tick accelerate that stuff, huh? Alright, I'll leave it there. And then capacitor, and then I think that's it for the engine. Assuming I did that all right. And I did. Hooray. Okay, so now let's be prepared for this. Is my solar done? My solars are done. Nice. Okay, so I made the tier 5 because my suspicion is I'm gonna want this to rotate faster. And if my guess is correct about this, then here's what we're gonna want. Right, we're gonna want you with. Actually, I'm gonna put you here with the gear shift, right? And then with the gear shift placed, I'm going to want you, and then we're going to want the tier 5 solar on top, and then awesome. So now you're going the wrong direction, so let's be sure to wrenchy that. Now I'm going to try to go like 128 with you. Aha! Look, it grabbed the grass block. That's funny. Okay, so what you're really gonna do, okay, so first off, let's get the super glue here. Let's remove you and make it go from here to the solar, right? Now, if my understanding is correct, when the rope pulley moves, anything that is attached to the rope pulley will move along with it. So I should be able to do something like this. Okay, and then we're going to do our drills, which I will get more of in a moment. Okay, and then we're going to want some kind of chest. Probably going to be an ender chest eventually, but for now I'm going to go iron chest. Okay, and what I'm going to say here is that looks pretty cool. Okay, actually going to put you here, and the reason is I can do this to that. And then this to that. And that should be cool. Okay, so first thing I want to test is to make sure everything moves properly, right? That looks good to me. That moved correctly, right? Everything moved forward with the whole contraption. That's what that was key number 1. Okay. Now key number 2 will be getting a lever to make this thing mine for us. So see how much faster it is? Because... Now why did you stop? Oh, because you grabbed those dirt blocks. Yeah, I don't want you to do that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some more drills. I'm going to get 5 more drills. That's enough for now. This will soon be bigger. Ooh. That's cool. Now, you're currently doing what? If I re-equipped my goggles, are you going to tell me what my RF tick and all that stuff is? Yes. Energy usage is 240 for its current speed. And you're producing 512. So I'm going to... Right, now your energy usage is 480. Because I think the faster that motor moves, the faster... Are you too fast? What's going on, friends? Why did you miss a row? That's not cool. Might be because I changed the speed midway. But yeah, look, it got all the stuff. Cool. That ain't bad. So now the question is, do we go all the way down? I'm going to assume that the answer is going to be yes. That could be neat. I like this. Right? So we're getting there. The pieces are coming together. This is what I like about Create. The pieces come together. It's not just like, hey, I placed down this block and now we're mining. Like, no. You build a thing. And you get to control all the aspects of said thing. That's cool. All right, I'll come back when we either hit negative 64 or we stop moving. And then that'll tell us the range, right? So back in a minute. All right, we've hit Y level. Negative 61 is where I'm standing, which means we've probably hit 62-ish down here. Yep, we hit bedrock. Sweet! That is cool beans. All right, so unfortunately it's raining, but that's okay. Life goes on. But hey, that actually worked really well. And now I should be able to reverse this upwards. And he's going to rapidly rotate up. Okay. And notice that we have like a pretty good amount of power here. The rain is going to be a little bit of a hassle for us that happens in this dimension. But we'll just have to like learn to live with that somehow. I'm not quite sure. Well, I'll think of something. And then all the resources that we mined, boom, right there. And guess what that chest is going to turn into? Yeah, it's going to be an ender chest for sure. And that's going to be super cool. Does that sound... Is that sounding neat? Is that sounding good? I feel like it is. Right? Does that sound cool? And then what we can do is effectively press button, Inchworm drive our way forward, and then do that. And now we can get the next row. Now I'm going to significantly amp this up between episodes. Okay? We're going to... Or not between episodes. Next episode when we come back. We're going to make this a lot cooler and a lot better. Okay? We're going to make this bigger, stronger, faster, right? And that'll be cool. I think that's as fast as it's going to be able to be because the drills move at the speed that the motor is. And the motor's already max speed, right? Like, pretty sure, yeah, this is the max speed you're going to get. So, yeah, that's done. But... for now, I think it's wrapping up point. So, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's come back next time and make this even bigger and cooler and even more automated. Because what I'd like to do is two things. One, I'd like to do a lot more blocks broken per segment, right? And two, I'd like to have basically an on-off switch where when it's on, it's going to run. So, like, it'll dig all the way to bedrock, retract, move forward, dig all the way to bedrock, retract, move forward, until I turn off the redstone signal, in which case it'll stop doing whatever it's doing. Cool? For now, wrapping up point. Del20 sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.